Hi, my name is Xavier, and today I'll be giving you a persuasive speech on if manufacturing companies are making products cheaper than they used to improve sales of consumers and consumers spending more money. Before I get into this speech, I just want to let you know that I do not have a personal preference on this. This is just my topic, picking one side or the other for this persuasive speech. I believe that manufacturing companies are making products cheaper than they used to improve sales and have customers coming back year after year for the same product, and which they could have bought years and years ago and still had to this day. Over the years, manufacturing companies such as car companies, phone companies, appliance companies have been making their products cheaper, and when they make their products cheaper, they tend to break easier, quicker. They tend to break more often than they used to. These products, such as cars, for example, let's say if you bought a car in the late 1990s, early 2000s, they would have much less parts. These parts would be much more durable. They'd make these parts to last. But nowadays, they're making cars a lot cheaper so that more people can afford them. And when they make these cars cheaper, they tend to break more easier. They also make these cars with the same parts that you could just find at, like, let's say a Walmart or something, or like your cheap auto parts store. That makes these cars tend to break more often, which then you would have to bring to them, the dealer, who is profiting off your car breaking, which you bought from them, to then make more money off of you. These manufacturing companies have been doing this for the last couple of years now. Many people believe that even with products such as the iPhone, that they're making the older models run slower and slower and slower until you're forced to go in and buy a new iPhone or a new phone in general to then purchase a new one, spend more money with that company, which then in return they make more profit than they used to. If you want to look at products from earlier years, you can tell that they are made more durably, such as cars from, let's say, the late 2000 or the early 2000s, late 1990s. They are lasting up until today's day. You still see them driving on the road with 200,000 miles, 250, 300,000 miles, because they were more easy to take care of. The parts last longer. But cars from late 2000s, such as like 2008 cars, you see a lot less of those on the road because they tend to break more. And you just see the newest cars that are being pumped out in today's society on the roads because they're the first thing available. It's the cheapest to make. It's the cheapest thing for a consumer to buy, even though you will then be spending the money that you saved to go get the car fixed again later on down the road in about a year or two. So that's my take on this subject in particular, that manufacturing companies are making products cheaper and cheaper than they ever have before to increase product sales and have consumers and customers coming back and back for more of the same product, even though it's going to break again and again, so that they can then make the profit off you, the consumer. That's my take, and this is my presentation.